Hello, my fellow fujoshis. This is BL Fan Edits, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Today, I'm listing down my top 12 BL dramas that are not Thai. Please note that these are not in any particular order. These are some of my all-time favorite dramas, and sometimes I go back and watch them again and again because they're all just so good. We all agreed that Thailand is considered the supreme when it comes to producing BL dramas, but other countries like Japan, Korea, and Taiwan are also emerging and coming out with top quality BL dramas and movies. So without further ado, let's get started. History for Close to You is a Taiwanese BL drama that came out this year. Close to You follows the lives of four men who get entangled in a web of emotions and bewildering circumstances. As these four men begin to understand their feelings, they realize that in the matters of heart, anything is possible. Although the plot of the series is not very original, I still love the contrast in character of the two couples and the sweetness they bring to each other. To My Star is a Korean BL drama. The story revolves around a South Korean movie star and a young chef. As film star Kang So-joon and chef Han Ji-woo fall for each other, they realize the vast difference in their personalities as well as their social standard. Will their love survive this irrevocable difference? This is my favorite Korean BL of this year. I mean, not only the screenplay and story are amazing, but the kissing scenes in this series is not something I expected from typical Korean BLs at all. Instead of just standing there touching their lips together, the actors gave us the real experience which felt so natural and wholesome. Color Rush is another Korean BL that came out in the year 2020 and blew my mind. First of all, the concept was very new and extraordinary. The story is about two schoolboys, Yeonu, who is colorblind and sees the world in grey, while Yoo-han suffers from face blindness and is unable to recognize people's faces. When Yeonu and Yoo-han meet, something unexpected happens. Yeonu experiences sudden flash of color and Yoo-han is able to see Yeonu's face. On the quest of finding Yeonu's mother, will these two be able to solve the mystery of their own hearts? The chemistry between the two actors was really good and their interactions were cute and full of charms. This is probably the best Japanese drama I have ever seen, including all the hetero dramas. Although the drama is just 4 episodes, which is very short, but the writing and execution of the drama more than make up for the lack of episodes. The story is about Ito and Nishi, who meet when they were in high school and continue their relationship into adulthood. This coming-of-age drama portrays the role society plays in damaging the loving relationship of gay partners and showing if the relationship can stand the test of time. Everything from the acting to the chemistry to the screenplay is amazing, which makes us feel like we are watching something very realistic. I feel like I mention Addicted in all my videos in some form or the other. It's because Addicted is the first BL I ever watched and it's etched in my memory as it's the first show that made me realize that I'm into watching romance between male actors. People talk about the amazing chemistry between the two leads, but it's not only that. It's the openness with which the series is made. It's the genuineness of the two characters and how they were able to make me feel so many things while watching. Although the show ended on a big cliffhanger, it is still worth watching for the love between Go-hae and Ba-lo-yin. Cherry Magic is a Japanese drama which is based off a famous manga. While still a virgin at 30, Adachi gains a superpower where he can hear people's thoughts. His life changes when he hears that a handsome colleague Kurosawa has feelings for him. This show is one of the most wholesome and satisfying show I have ever watched. It's filled with fluffy moments that make us feel warm and giddy. The chemistry between the two leads is awesome and Adachi's acting is hilarious throughout the show, and Kurosawa provides a perfect balance to Adachi's craziness. Number 1 for You and Fighting Mr. Second are two dramas from the We Best Love franchise. The two dramas follow the lives of Shui and Shida. Shui has always seen Shida as a competitor and as someone who always takes the first position from him in every field of life. Shida, on the other hand, follows Shui everywhere just to be close to him. The two become close when Shui realizes how much Shida cares for him and the real reason why Shida has always near him. Although the theme of these two dramas is very common BL theme, but the way these actors play their characters so well and the chemistry between them sets this show apart from any other BL shows I have seen. It helps that the actors in the show are super hot and their kissing moments always manage to make my knees weak. Also, I wanna confess that I'm weak for Shida's voice and it's one of the biggest reasons I watch the show over and over again. Oh my god, his voice makes him seem so manly but gentle at the same time. Although I know that hardcore BL fans have already watched We Best Love many times, but if you are first time BL watcher then I highly recommend watching this series. History 3 Trapped is a Taiwanese BL. It's the story of romance between a police officer and a gang leader. This concept is not very common in the BL entertainment world, hence this show is very unique in its own right. This is one of the BLs that will keep you engaged in the story and not just the chemistry and interactions of the main leads. It's a well-made thriller that keeps you on your toes and in every episode something exciting happens. History 3 Trapped is one of my favorites because from the beginning you know that it's next to impossible for a police officer and a gang leader to get together in the end. But you still keep watching to find out if there is a teeny tiny possibility that everything turns out alright and they get together in the end. Just for the thrill, I recommend watching this drama. Long Time No See is a Korean BL drama that shows relationship between two hitmen of opposite gangs who are supposed to hate each other but cannot stop falling in love. Although the drama is very short with just 3 episodes, it's one of my favorite Korean BL dramas, simply because of the captivating chemistry between the actors and their intimate scenes. I would never have imagined that Korea could produce a drama with so much NC content, let alone a BL. This BL absolutely blew my expectations. It has the best acting, best story, and ends on such a satisfying note. Honestly, this show should have been on the top of my list. I'm telling you guys, if Korea starts producing BLs like this one, it will be over for everyone. History 4 Make Our Days Count is a story of two couples who fall in love despite a huge disparity between their worlds. I like the fact that the series gave equal screen time to both the couples and we get to see both stories in detail. Despite the ending, I recommend this show to everyone because of the realistic portrayal of LGBT relationships and the challenges they face. The series is so well produced and portrayed that you will feel every emotion that the leads are feeling. This is one of the best Taiwanese BL I have ever seen. Pornographer and Mood Indigo are two Japanese BL dramas. Mood Indigo is a prequel to Pornographer. Pornographer is the story of a university student. One day he has an accident with novelist Kijima. The accident breaks Kijima's arm. The student doesn't have money to pay the novelist, so Kijima asks the student to transcribe the porn novel he's writing. Mood Indigo is set before the events of Pornographer. It's the story of romance between Kijima and his old university friend Shiro, who also becomes Kijima's editor in the story. In both stories, Kijima's chemistry with his co-stars Shiro and Kuzumi is outstanding. The NC scenes are beautifully shot and not what is usually expected out of Japanese BLs. If you want to watch a BL that has both good story and hot scenes, then you should definitely give this one a try. Papa and Daddy is a recent addition to my favorites list. It's a Taiwanese drama with a completely different concept. It's the story of a married gay couple